welcome back. Welcome to the finale of my 7 days of Rodeo Tumbler themed tumblers. I cannot tell you how much it means to me that you have lasted these 7 days with me. Hopefully you have. Hopefully you have enjoyed and learned and taken away something from any one of these videos. That would mean so much to me. Every single one of you mean the world to me. So I'm so excited to bring you this grand finale of my of tumblers. For me, this one really spoke to my heart. I was super excited about this. When I got the vinyl from Peachy Olive, I knew almost immediately kind of what I wanted to do. But, you know, as all my designs, they just kind of come to me in pieces, and I have a general idea, and then they all just kind of, you know, bloom into what they are. But this one, I love it. I love that it's not like a full-on rhinestone. I love that the rhinestones are, you know, just strategically placed. And I love the ombre look of the color, you know, how I put the different colors going down and that kind of thing. So this one, I'm not sure if this one will go anywhere, because this is a 35 ounce, and you know how I am with my 35 ounce. I got to have a lot of water. I don't like refilling it all day. This vinyl from North 80, can we talk about how perfectly comboed this is? I need to finish the lid. Don't look at that. But anyways, this one was a heck of a lot of fun. And when you watch those Project Runway or fashion shows, they always have like a showstopper. And this to me was like my showstopper coming out. I hope you thought still the same way. But anyways, I really enjoyed having you here all week. And I'm going to miss you guys. So, but I'll be back for my normal, you know, weekly, bi-weekly type of, I mean, not bi-weekly, but my weekly and, you know, Saturday and random video here and there. Anyways, you mean the world to me. I really cannot, I mean, obviously I would not be here if it wasn't for you. And so I really hope that you enjoyed all of these videos. And this was a lot of work, and I don't know that I'll do it again very soon. So I commend all those people that do the 12 days of Christmas, because this 7 days was like, took me months. But anyways, I would do anything for you guys. I love you guys. So let's get started. Hello, welcome to our final day. Anyways, what I got from Peachy Olive Glitters, I get a box every month with the palette and everything, and then she sends me some vinyl. Well, I saw this vinyl, and I immediately went to one of those coloring pages. I was like, this, I think, could work if I can, you know, work it out and see if it actually works. So what I did was I took a little bit of this, I took this alcohol ink markers that I got from, I think, Sam's, but you know, you can find alcohol ink markers anywhere. But I took a little bit of it, and I did it at the bottom of the vinyl, and I just kind of let it sit for a second, and then I rubbed on it, and it didn't come off. And so it would come off if I like rubbed it really hard, or if I got some alcohol, and it did kind of smear a little bit in places. But all in all, I was able to color this vinyl. And the reason that I wanted to color this was I immediately thought that this would be a great little outline to do some rhinestones. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is going to work out, because I see all of those like patterns and stuff that you can get, and I thought, you know what, this black and white, like, what else am I going to do with this black and white? Cactus really, you know, they have so much color to them, and I really wanted to add a different element to this series, and this is how I knew that I was going to be able to achieve that. So I ended up pulling out these 3 greens, and one was, they weren't like true, I mean, they were green, but anyways, they were kind of like a tealy type. This one was like a dark teal, but I kind of added up like my lines. So this is me adding like, okay, if I did, so this one's going to be those 3, this one's going to be those 3, and this one's going to be those 3. And so I was going to have, you know, pieces pieces of the, cactus in, half, or one little top part or one little bottom part, but that was fine because what I was trying to do was do like an ombre look of these colors. So I ended up doing those 3 bottom rows, which included half, the top of it, and then, a full on cactus, and then another full on cactus. So that way I was having like the same amount of cactuses for each color. So, all in all, it would come out even in its design. And these alcohol markers, I probably should have gone in and done some kind of sealing, maybe take it outside and like just spray sealed it or something like that. But I always get nervous about alcohol ink, and I don't ever seal any of my alcohol ink tumblers, like whenever I do them, like my wood grain or anything like that. So I just didn't do it, and I thought I could get away with it. But I did have a little bit of smearing when I went into my coat of Grand Finale that I did for this, but it was okay. I was okay with it. So I got all of this colored in, if you will, and I did a full-on vinyl wrap with the vinyl here. So I'm using a 35 ounce. The reason that I'm doing this is because I really wanted to make sure that I was getting the whole spectrum of this vinyl, right? So if I was going to be using a small cup, I wasn't going to be able to get the full on, look of all of the different cactus. So here I am doing something different, which I found from Brooke Tannehill, Cami Page Boutique. Did you see how I took the pencil there and I just kind of, using the holder that I use for to hold my tumbler up, I just took my pencil and just did a line right there. And that way, it's just an easy way to kind of get a straight line, and not have to get the big, tumbler tool thing out, which has an amazing, different other aspects to it. But I saw that the other day and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to share that on my channel because it was very cool. So I'm using my cool Bowen thing that I got from Rachel, and it was just like absolutely perfect for this big old tumbler that I had here. But I just did a full vinyl wrap, and I'm not too concerned with, I got it pretty accurate as far as, being straight and all, but I was like, I'll deal with any kind of problems later like I normally do. Once I wrap something, I'm like, okay, I'll figure this out once I get to that point. Maybe it'll come to me in that, moment. And in true vinyl wrap fashion, I just trimmed off the edge of the top there, trimmed off the backside edge, and then I went down into the bottom and used my Cami Page Boutique cutter there and just cut off that nice little bottom rim so that we could have a clean bottom. And then moving that that blade down even further, I'm going to put it down to the very bottom so that I can cut that very top rim and get a nice smooth little rim up on the top. Very simple to move this up and down. I just love this little thing. It's very, very convenient. And kind of staying with the theme, not totally the theme, but it was a little bit of the theme in the very beginning with that grand finale. Now, the reason that I was going to do this was I wanted to kind of show a way that you could do this without having to get the epoxy out. So sometimes I do these processes to let you know that it is possible, or that like, I think this could work, but can it work? And so when I do that, I try to film it. I have a lot of film that I do not ever show you guys because it didn't work out, or it just doesn't look right, or it just didn't stay, or it didn't, anyways, that it didn't work. So I like to be able to bring you these successes that, so whenever you are in your realm and in your moment, you can say, you know what, I remember Erica doing that and it worked out well. So we have put a coat of Grand Finale on here. I just put one coat. All I wanted to do was protect the vinyl, make sure that I had a good seal on the top and the bottom, and then that way I could go in with my stones. Now, I had a little bit of an issue with a company a while back, and I got these stones a long time ago, and they're transparent AB that, like, the back of them doesn't have anything on them. So they are very cool. That was exactly what I wanted, because I didn't want to have any color. I wanted to have just the color of that I did with those alcohol pens coming through. So anyways, this company, I bought these a long time ago, and they no longer want to do business with me, and so I no longer would give them business. So what I did there in the very beginning, I will let you know where you can find some stones like this, but it ain't going to be that company. Anyways, I was putting them on because I wasn't 100% sure that it was going to come out right. So I was putting the stones on there just to kind of feel it out, just to kind of see if it was going to kind of come through as far as the color or the design and that kind of thing, which it was much better once I put the glue on there. So I did use these what are they called? Resin? She does not, I'm going to have to find stones for both of these because she does not sell anymore. She is not in business anymore. And then the other company, maybe I'll put a little thing at the bottom to say where I got them from. But anyways, I will try to find you these exact stones so you can put them, find them somewhere else. But anyways, I used a transparent background. That was my whole point of saying this, was these jelly resin stones in the middle that I'm doing for the green there in the middle. Those do have a back on them, but they are somewhat kind of see-through. So they actually really kind of let those colors come through. So I'm showing you here what I did. I am no rhinestone expert, so please do not take this as I know what I'm doing. I have watched many videos. I have done a few things myself, but I am slowly learning and slowly becoming more aware of how things work, how things go as far as rhinestoning. So what I ended up doing was I was doing half and half. So I was doing half, the bottom half, and then I was taking the stones and kind of, it took me a while to kind of figure out, not a while, but I mean, it took me a few turns, I guess I should say, of the cactus to figure out exactly how the process should go. So I did half and half. I did the bottom and then I did the top. Now, what I did first was I put the outside stones on first. And that was what I thought, I needed to do. I don't know why, but that was just where I thought I needed to start. So I did that first, and I brought it all the way to the edge, and then I went in with my green stones, and I did the middle. But I ended up switching that around once I got down to the bottom, because what would happen was, as I was putting those green ones in the middle, I was kind of pushing those out. So I decided that it would be a lot easier, a lot better for me to do the green stones in the middle first and then bring in those clear stones on the outside. But I realized that later on. But anyways, I kept on going for the first round. And then once I kind of kept on going, it, things start becoming a little bit more apparent as to how it would work better. So I kind of wanted to show y'all how I got through one of them, right? Because I just wanted you to kind of see the look of it, see the process, see how I got through one of them, because I was not going to show the whole entire process of me putting stones all over this whole thing. I thought I would leave in some of the process and just kind of let you see how it kind of came about. But I knew that, this is literally the same thing over and over and over and over again. I did not change any stones. I did not change other than doing my steps a little bit differently, which was adding the green in the middle there and then going around and adding those clear stones on the outside. Now, I really loved the AB cut of these because they really allowed for a lot of color to kind of come through. And once I got that one done, I was like, okay, this is it. This is exactly what I was hoping for. And I didn't know it was going to come out that perfect, but it did. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a little bit of a song and kind of show y'all the process here. It's going to be kind of sped up, but I wanted y'all to see how I did it. I wanted to show you a little bit, and that way you can kind of see how easy it was to just kind of keep on going down the line and all the way around this tumbler.
Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this.
I just kept picking it up and looking at it the whole time because I just kept going, oh my gosh, this looks so cute. I loved that the black lines were coming through on the cactus. It just all in all gave me the look that I really did not expect it to give the look that it did. I mean, not that I didn't, but it just gave me a little bit even more of a look than I had even thought that it might. But I had a lot of fun. It really did not take me very long. I think it took me about 2 days, but that's only because I did a little bit and then I, had to take care of my son, do dinner, whatever, that kind of thing, and then coming back to it. But it was very peaceful. It was very nice just to kind of sit and do this rhinestoning, watch a show, listen to a book, that kind of thing. And the whole process was very satisfying in the end, too, because it was just so cute. So I had about 10 little clips of this, and I just realized, it really literally is, it was so repetitive. It was put the green stones in the middle there, going up the sides of the cactus and up through the middle of the cactus, and then putting the clear stones on the outside. And that was it. I mean, it was just a repetitive over and over and over and over thing. But it was very satisfying. As you can see here, I was kind of showing like the top view of how the lighter color and then the darker color and then into the darker color. That was really cool. I did like the way that kind of came through in the end. Very subtle, but it was there. I also wanted to show y'all that I did the little bottom pieces here too. Just that little tiny little piece. I really wanted to get a full look as far as, how it just kind of looks like this was kind of wrapped around this tumbler. Like, not that they were put on there, but they were kind of, wrapped around. Anyways, I thought it was kind of cool, the look of it in the end. But I did have this little space in the backside that I was like, what am I going to do with the space? And I will show you in a minute. Obviously, I skipped over that. But I also wanted to show y'all that I did the lid. Now, the lid was, I'm not even going to go, I mean, it just, all I did was do a little bit of this alcohol ink marker on the inside and the outside there of that. I had these stones that I got from Flynn Sisters Boutique, and I put them all in there. I just did like this whole mix of different sizes, and I wanted to kind of have those colors there, so I knew, anyways, I didn't want to use all of the transparent ones. I kind of wanted to have a little bit of different look at the top. So I was just mixing these up and obviously getting them everywhere. But anyways, I was mixing up the sizes. So I ended up doing, I just wanted to show y'all a little bit of the lid. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because I didn't even finish it. But anyways, I still have to do that outer edge of the lid. But I just kind of took the a little bit of that teal color, and I would put a few sizes, a few different ones in there, and then I would dip into the resin ones that were a little bit different green color, so I could have a little bit of a different kind of colored look in the whole look of this lid. One of the things that I did find that was a little bit helpful was I did that center ring there and just made sure that it was all, kind of away from that hole of that straw hole. And then I went into doing the outside. That way I was kind of letting those inner stones and glue dry. So I wasn't pushing those around. And then I just started kind of going in these different areas of the lid just to kind of ensure that I was keeping my stones in the right place, or keeping them in, not pushing them into an area where I didn't want them as far as that middle hole. So I just kind of did that middle part, and then I went around and did the outer part and kind of let that kind of solidify so that we wouldn't get anything messed up there. And once again, it's extremely repetitive. I just kept kind of going around the center there, going around the outside, a little bit of glue, putting the stones in. The only thing that I can tell you about rhinestoning is you need patience. You get a little bit faster as you go along, but there's really no like major trick to it, other than you just kind of get used to the process. Just kind of get used to the monotony of picking up one and putting it down, and picking up one and putting it down. So I would pick out a show or documentary or something like that where you could just kind of have that playing, or put your book on, or watch a movie or whatever, and then just kind of enjoy your time that you have where you're just peacefully kind of picking up one and putting one down. So that's the best advice I can give you as far as rhinestoning, as far as what I have seen, as far as my small, tiny little journey into rhinestoning. So it took me a while in the process of rhinestoning that lid to kind of figure out exactly what I could do. I had seen this pattern vinyl from North 80 in my drawer, and when I was kind of going through, I was like, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. I thought about doing some like holographic, kind of shiny, glittery look, but it was showing through, and the bottom, that inside was showing through. So I said, let me pull that other one out, and I will use that instead. All I did was cut it on my little paper cutter thing, and bam. Look at it. It's so cute. I really do love how this turned out. I just love the simplicity of just each one of those cactuses kind of being its own little moment. As far as the sparkle, I love the color where it just kind of goes into lighter to darker, and I love that it came through in the end. I was worried about that, and I didn't know for sure if it would read well, but all in all, this was definitely my grand finale look. I'm glad that I did something unique like this instead of just doing a full-on rhinestone. I really thought that this would kind of give it a little bit more personality. And look at those colors. I just love that it goes from lighter to dark. Anyways, I'm so happy that that came out. That vinyl on the back is a perfect match with that style. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you think about this whole series. And I will see you guys next time.